Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. Today we are going to talk a bit on present indefinite tense. So in this video we are going to cover three different topics: present indefinite tense definition, examples of present indefinite tense, and common verbs in the simple present tense. So let's get started. Present indefinite tense definition is: we use the simple present tense when an action is happening right now, or when it happens regularly or unceasingly, which is why it's sometimes called present indefinite tense. Present indefinite tense is also called simple present tense. It's its second name. We also call it simple present tense. Denotes a stative or habitual or eternally true actions. Means present indefinite tense is used for habits and for true actions. Generally, a simple present tense is used to indicate an action that happens. So these words are important, like always, regularly, every day, daily, normally, generally, usually, occasionally, sometimes, often, rarely, frequently, nowadays, naturally, seldom, constantly, never, every week, every year, once a year, on a week, at times, at present, now and then, or all the time. Important points. These points are important. Helping over present indefinite tense is do and does. Do is used with the following subjects like we, you, they, I, and plural names. Does is used with he, she, it, and singular name. And the main thing in present indefinite tense is that is s, es, and ies. S, es, and is are just used in simple formula. S, es, and is are not used in negative and interrogative formula. But S, es, and is are used with third person singular names like he, she, it, and singular name. We don't use with they. They also comes in third person, but we don't use S, es, and is with they. Simple formula of present indefinite tense. In the simple present, most regular verbs use the root form, except in the third person singular, which ends in s. Now, in the previous slide, I have already told about that s is just used, or is is just used with he, she, it, and singular name. For example, first person singular, I write. We can't say this I writes. It's wrong because I is first person, and if there is he like you write, you is also second person. Third person like he writes, she writes, it writes, we have used here s because here we are talking about third person singular. But they also comes in third person, but that they is plural, not singular. First person plural, we write. Second person plural, you write. Don't say you writes or we writes, it's totally wrong. Third person plural, they write. For a few verbs, the third person singular ends with es instead of s. Typically, these are verbs whose root form ends in o, ch, sh, th, ss, gh, x, o, or z. These letters are important because there are many verbs where at the last these words comes. Then when we are talking about present indefinite tense simple formula, then we have to use these words like es we have to use. For example, first person singular, I go. It's simple formula of present indefinite tense, I go. Now in the go word, like at the last there is o, but we haven't used es. Why? Because first person singular is there. Second sentence is you go. Now you go is what? You go is again second person singular. We can't say this you goes, it will be wrong. It means there is o at the last, but we don't use es with second person. Third person singular, he goes, she goes, it goes. Not here we have used es. Why we have used es with he, she, it, and singular name? Because he, she, it is third persons. They are third persons. That is why we have used es. First person plural, we go. Again, we can't say this, we goes. Second person plural, you go. It's right, but we can't say this, you goes. Third person plural, they go. They is also third person, but they is plural. That is why we don't use es, s or is with third person plural. Just we use it with singular names. Examples of present indefinite tense. The first sentence is, I write articles on different topics. Now I is what? I is first person. Write is verb, but we don't use here s, es and is. Why? Because I is first person. S, es and is are just used with third person, not with first person or second person. He reads various kinds of books. Again, there is he. That is why we have used s with reads. He is third person and singular. They love to play football. She prefers coffee to tea. Here we have again used s with prefers because we have used third person, and third person is what? She. He goes to the library every day. Again, there is in the word go there is o, so we have used es, and he is third person singular. We come to shop in this market. We watch movies in this Cineplex, and you always shop in that market. I sing different kinds of songs, especially modern. I love to listen to melodious songs. Negative formula of present indefinite tense. The formula for making a simple present verb negative is do, does, or plus not plus root form of verb. You can also use the contraction don't or doesn't instead of do not or does not. But this is simple, like subject plus helping verb. Helping verbs are what? Do and does. And note and first person of the verb plus object. She does not play football. Now she is what? She is subject. Does is what? Does is helping verb. Not and play first person, first form of the verb, because in present indefinite tense we use first form of the verb. And football is what? Object. They don't want pizza. Now here again the subject do is what? Helping verb. Not again we use because it's negative. Want is first form of the verb and pizza is object. You don't waste your time. Her friends don't agree. Interrogative formula of present indefinite tense. The formula for asking a question in the simple present tense is do or does. In interrogative formula, we use do and does at the start. Means we use helping verb at the start. A simple formula is like helping verb plus subject plus first form of the verb plus object plus question mark. It's important that you have to use question mark at the end. Then it becomes interrogative. Does she love you? Now does is what? Helping verb. And subject is she. First form of the verb is love and object is love or you. And at the start we have used question mark. Do they like coffee? Does he play cricket? Do you agree with him? So just remember this formula. If you remember formula, you can easily make sentences. Common verbs in the simple present. To ask, don't ask. Now what is, because don't ask is what? With I, you, we, they, we use do. And asks is used with he, she, it. And does not ask is used again with he, she, it. Does is used with he, she, it. The same to work, don't work. He, she, it like works, doesn't work. To call, do not call, calls, doesn't call, does not call. To use, do not use, uses, does not use. So I hope this video has been helpful for you. If this video has sparked your interest, I invite you or suggest you to like, share, comment on this video. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Take care of yourself.